Alright, I'm just about ready to start setting the radius trim on the wall. And of course, we have a mortar bed here, and it will reach across the full width of the tile, with the exception of this area right down in here. And if that isn't filled, if something comes up against here and bumps it, it's a good possibility that it might crack right here. So to guard against that, I'll fill in this with some thin set, back butter it, and set it in place. You can see a little bit of the thin set squeeze out there. And up here, that's a good sign. It lets you know that that back is fully packed with material. As you can see, I'm using a variety of methods to keep these tiles in place. Tape is real good because these tiles have a tendency to sag. Now the next one I'm putting up here is the down angle or out corner. And it's a good idea when you're putting up one of these down angles to have the neighboring tiles already in position. That way you can get everything lined up just the way you want. There are a couple of details up in this corner where the cut tile meets the full tile that I can explain much better down by the snap cutter. First of all, it is possible to cut a piece of radius trim on the snap cutter, even though it has this curved section. All you have to do is line it up. Then with some additional pressure against the wing, you slowly bring the wheel up over the corner and then continue the score. It is a little jagged, but you can straighten it up with just a tile rubbing stone. Now for this corner, I've already cut a piece, and this funny little rabbit, which I shaped with the biters, was done to accept this little piece of tile called an AK-106. Now, this section here I left long because once it's put up in position next to the full piece of tile, its rough edge will be covered. Once again, the usual plan of action is to get the full tile set first, then concentrate on the cuts. One of the reasons I chose this particular line of tile was because of the number of auxiliary trim pieces that were available. Now, on your job, if these pieces aren't available, you may elect to miter this corner. Now, to make the transition between the tiles on the backsplash and the tiles on the wall, I'm using another piece similar to the AK. And the next piece I've notched out right here to fit around the mortar bed on top of the pony wall. It's funny how the end of the job seems to sneak up on me before I even realize it. Now after this, it's just a matter of removing all the spacers, cleaning out the joints, and getting everything grouted.